Here's Ferreira. Boy, keeper Gomez completely out of the box. Ferreira on top of it. Here's Tavares, corner of the 18. Slots it there for Rivas. Or, excuse me, that's Paris. That's not Paris G. That's Cervania.
Yes.
Left foot across.
Wonderful play for
well
Vukovic.
Done, yes.
Yeah.
Here's Rivas. Two defenders there. Paris finds it for Jonathan Levin. Curling ball, but down the sidelines.
Not a chance. No, I'm thinking I'm getting too good at this. This is my future, you guys.
You actually might be right. Unfortunate there from Cervania. Buffneck's battling. Giveaway here. Rivas leaves it. Ferreira. Oh. Rivas and offsides easily.
Yeah, Ferreira just
cut down, then headed away. G puts it back into the area. Ferreira, left-footed ball from Ferreira directly at Gomez. No trouble there whatsoever.
Yeah, a bit of a
long service down into the opposite end of the field. Gomez has it easily. There was not a roughneck player that was up past midfield for that long ball from Fabian Serta. Here's a bit of pressure here from Ferreira. Young Jesus in the starting 11 for this evening, on loan from FC Dallas. Multiple occasions that we've seen him here in Tulsa so far on this season. Here's Stanley trying to play side. Wallfall, the German. Spent some time in Rochester with the Rhinos, all the way across the back line. Ferreira continuing to show signs of pressure. Long service forward looking for Rivas. Rivas with the header towards the corner. This will be tracked down easily here by Stanley. Sean Reynolds has that one knocked away to the feet of Rivas. Levin. Touch to the outside. Pereski's attempt. It was a line drive cross that was knocked down. 2015.
That was my point earlier. That's where Rivas has to be. It's very difficult. It's a demanding job up and down there on that right-hand side. But when you're playing in that three, there is just for a few minutes there, the St. Louis defence and him were under great pressure. Good response from the Roughnecks.
Gomez drafted in the 15 MLS Super Draft by the Columbus.
Playing Pop, you know, up front as the number 9, and he's trying to play in that pocket in behind Ferreira, and it's not been easy for him so far.
Well, now when he has that card too, will that affect the approach of Juan Perez, knowing that he already has a card there? Lived up to that hype so far this year, and this league does, you know, a good job of promoting some of the younger players, and he is definitely one to keep an eye on here in 2018. Dakers now on the dribble. Square finds Hilton. Continue to switch with Calistri. Ferreira harassing Joey Calistri. Vukovic tried to slot that between the defenders, unable to do so. Quickly to the opposite end is Dikwa. Good hustle there from Ferreira. Felt like that maybe Dikwa was the last person to touch it.
Than the lone centre forward that he has been all throughout the season.
Takeaway there by Tavares. Tavares battling inside the box, unable to come away with it. Ferreira finds the visitors. with the lead here this evening.
And Greg was on the bench, wasn't he, in the 2-0 win against.
This is the 5th start on the season for Vukovic, coming into tonight 330 minutes. Left-footed ball, Vukovic curling there. Hand up, curling ball, header, oh, saved off the goal line. That was Hilton. On sides, Tavares, inside the box. Perez, can he turn? No, he can. Munoz just narrowly missed that as he was flying in. The keeper was actually held up. Tavares had him wrapped up in the midst of another defender. Gomez off of his line, has it easily, and he will protect it. You don't. Free there in the box for a moment, still not out of the danger area yet. This is Cervania who finally pushes forward. Rivas cuts towards the touchline. Plays it forward, looking for Periskeep. By the way, I did want to remind everyone that with the World Cup coming up, there's a here's Stanley with another corner, left-footed ball curling there. Referee will point in favor of another one from the exact same spot here in the early going. A little reminiscent of the opening moments of tonight's match. One more time. Stanley has his hand in the air, curling ball. There towards the back post, saved by Ferreira. Serta now punches that one away, and we'll have corner number 3 of the second half.
Well, the Roughnecks survive, I think is the word. Fabian Serta in the end, getting that one away. Good pressure from St. Louis. Good defending, really, from the Roughnecks. It all looks a bit scrappy at times, but they've managed to get the ball out. Here's the...
As far as overall numbers are concerned and the amount of goals that are scored, I mean, not anything that has set the league on fire, but here's the big difference between St. Louis 18 compared to 16 and 17 are the amount of chances created. You just look at tonight, for instance, and 18 shots so far for St. Louis. Now, 5 of those are only on frame, but you go to the Swope Park match, they had 15 total in that match. They just weren't creating those type of opportunities over the past 18 months.
Right.
And they have come alive.
Absolutely right. Here's another corner. No, you're right. And that's what, you know, that's what a good team does. They keep working at it. They're well coached.
I hope the Roughnecks Twitter is tagging Odell Beckham Jr. right now.
Brady, I was debating on whether or not that a football comment there was worthy, and Odell Beckham Jr. is the first player that I had in mind.
You know, and this is Odell Beckham Jr. is a guy that loves soccer.
Absolutely adores it.
Yeah, you see him juggling the actual pigskin after practice as if it's a soccer ball more often than not after training. And so I think he might appreciate this one from a confident Serta.
We'll have our first sub of the evening. The next opportunity. Long corner. Dropped off there. Running onto it.
Well, the Roughnecks are certainly putting a bit of pressure on the St. Louis goal now, as they have to, and I think
going through training, it does eventually pay off as long as you keep grinding.
Oh, absolutely, and over a win for the Roughnecks in the same vein.
Exactly.
Right. And you know, but it was a great 2-0 victory. And let's be honest, there were other chances. They hit the post. They had another chance that was, I think, Dequar it was who hit it over when he could have done better. They had good chances to make it even more emphatic. But it was a great 2-0 victory. Any victory against Swope Park Rangers, you know, when you keep a quick, clean sheet, is a great victory.
And that's the reason I bring that up, because they went through their little swoon there. Then they get back with a big win, and you had mentioned the Roughnecks, and that's exactly why I bring that up, knowing that if you just stick with the plan, fight through the tough times, like Tulsa's still looking for their first victory. One little victory can change things in a hurry. Here's Dakers with a quick turn. Levin tracking down Dakers with some space. The shot. Cervania looking for Ferreira.
That was a good ball from Cervania, just testing.
5 minutes of the match here this evening. There's Levin. Rivas calling for it, had his hand up here to the far side. They switch.